so much hotter in here after that. Now I'm noticing.
We're starting.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back to Dingus's Dungeon Crawl. I'm Dingus, everybody's favorite moron, joined once again by Papa Odin,
Heyo!
Atlas,
Hello!
and the local misfit, Drunkle Crow.
Taking Crow very literally.
I mean, I am playing a Kinku. This is the one time I got to. Our DM forbid me from being able to do it in a normal campaign.
Because of that right there, that whole thing.
I like being a burb.
Okay, you can be a burb, but there are burbs that don't require scrocking.
Well, it fits for
The
a
far
Kinku.
And also Kinko, nah.
Alright. Anyways, so we looted the library. We found some cool books and magical tomes.
His head got knocked off.
Yeah.
Our lizard boy over here Kobe'd his head back onto his body. We found some more books and finished up our search in the library.
And I got upset because the dice decided to love y'all today.
Every fourth dice roll
And
is a
my
19.
dice decided
Thank you,
to hate me.
Thank you, dice. We love you.
So I'm gonna try my other one.
It ends up being even worse.
I may or may not have enchanted the dice.
Don't enchant the dice.
I didn't actually. I'm not capable of that.
Is there a magic item that just happens to be a dodecahedron?
Several, actually, but that's beside the point.
That's the way.
So, do you guys want to go in the magical portal? See where that goes?
Even
there
if it
was
works.
Still one more hole I wanted.
After what the first one did.
I'm not checking down the same one.
After what the first one did.
Hey, Bonehead. How about no?
By the way, your name has been replaced.
I mean, he's
no, he's
okay,
still Roman.
Again,
We
it's
just
still
don't
Roman.
call him that.
It's one of the things. It's like a colloquial nickname.
Yeah, like yours is bird brain. Look, I forgot my stuff. We saw bodies in these holes. I want to see if they have anything
They were
left.
near-
No,
They were
no,
near the holes.
They were next to the holes. You ignored the body and stuck your head down the hole.
I thought the body was in the hole.
The hole isn't big enough for a body.
Is it up for a pillar?
I just
too?
now imagine my character screaming up at the ceiling about this.
Screaming at God.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk over to Odin, grab him by his spine, and drag him towards it's Kids.
Kids.
Yeah, and drag him towards Kids.
Wait, can we loot the bodies first?
You've lost your chances.
No. Sorry, that hit a pitch I was not expecting. I'm going to stop that this episode.
Thank you.
Yeah, that.
Talk normally. We'll assume you're scrocking.
Yeah. So, alright, so we're all together.
How's the boat creaking?
So I'm going to turn towards Kiz while keeping a hold on Roman and ask him if he wants to head into the portal.
If it even works.
Is it still glowing?
It's still
still
glowing.
on.
It doesn't mean it's going to work.
We won't know until we try. Or we could just ignore it and just go try to explore the rest.
Tell you what, take my pinky finger, chuck it into the middle of the circle, see if it goes anywhere.
Would it?
Would that?
That's
just
actually a
just-
viable plan.
I have a better idea.
He is collapsible.
I have a better idea. So,
What? Please tell me you didn't just take my head off.
Yep. What he did.
How am I going to tell you what's on the other side?
how would you know what's on the other side if we drop your pinky in?
We would know that it's
We
not.
would tell us if it's still active. First off,
We would need to test that first.
True.
So, with his pinky finger in hand, I toss it into the center of the circle.
Okay, so your pinky goes in. It flashes blue. But your pinky's still there.
huh? Well, what do you know? What do you think that means?
You're the arcane one. heavy weapons guy.
I'm gonna go ahead and make a knowledge check.
Probably
Arcana check?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Mhm.
Probably Arcana. Because it is magic.
That dice hates me worse.
Use the other one.
What's that?
That's
a 3 plus 2. That's a 5.
No, it's not dangerous at all.
So,
I'm going to make my own Arcana check.
you
Well-
go ahead and do that.
I was about to say, just wait for the explanation.
I got a 16 total.
I wouldn't be much better. I have 0 modifier, so I'm not gonna.
Well, you can go ahead and make a check.
I'll make a check. So as I say, I have 0 modifier, so it's not gonna be too useful. Maybe he's more useful than him. 12, yeah, even more useful than him.
So 5, 12, and 16.
A worm ate my brain. What's your excuse?
It's the fact that I don't mess with magic. Nature provides what I need, which I think it does. Nature
So-
magics.
Blue means he's tripped an alarm of some sort.
Oh.
So
So that's on all of y'all, specifically you two.
So I'm
But all of you.
I'm going to once again grab a hold of his spine, look at Kiz, and just run
where?
anywhere but here.
So
Hey, Atlas, you mind doing me a favor? There's this blue fella on the
Oh.
shelf behind you.
fuck.
Oh dear God.
I don't even know if we're the level to fight one of these. Mr. Blue Man, spare us.
Mr. Blue Man, leave
Us
our
alone.
dreams.
Leave us alone.
I'll watch as his finger sort of just crumbles into dust in the middle of the sigil, and then watch as first 1, then 2, and then 4, and then 8 tentacles just start reaching up and pulling something through.
Wouldn't that hurt since they all have eyes?
Either way, I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
Let us run.
I'd rather not stop and stay to watch what happens. Can we get out of here?
Yeah, so I'm going to grab the both of them and
You need to give me a strength check.
If you're gonna do both of us, I mean, I can run.
Actually,
I am
true.
small.
Actually, hold on. If I use my would I be able to use the invisibility reaction just to him showing up?
What were the words on your invisibility reaction again?
Let me find it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is where things get a little interesting.
So I've got it as use reaction to magically become invisible till end of next turn. So I remember it was until end of next turn, or you use an action that would disperse the invisibility.
Okay, so you can turn invisible.
That doesn't mean he does.
All right,
Or me,
so,
for that matter.
I'm going to shove. I'm going to shove Kit's
Kids.
or Kiz. Sorry, I keep wanting to say Kit's for some reason. I'm sorry. I'm
a
going.
cat.
I'm going to shove Kiz, hopefully out of sight of the
Tentacle monster?
Tentacle monster, and use my reaction to it showing up to become magically invisible.
So you push him over here.
I become invisible.
You become invisible.
What about Bonehead?
I should probably take false appearance. I'm just gonna fall to the
He
floor.
falls to the floor in a pile of bones.
And I guess after he pushes me, I'm gonna hide. Just use the hide action. And try to stealth my way past this.
So give me a stealth check.
That is a 21. I have +8 to my stealth. Dexterity.
So you're hiding. You're a pile of bones. You're just inert. You watch as this beholder pulls itself up out of the ground and then floats above it. And the big eye in the center focuses on you.
It has true sight.
Is it too late to try and stealth my way out?
Oh no, he's focused on you. You hear a low rolling rumble and realize he's laughing.
Should have used stunning action. I could have hidden too.
Time for someone of a higher charisma to speak. I have 10.
I have 16.
And he's a
I'm
pile
a
of bones.
pile of bones.
And he's the only one that he's noticed.
What do beholders speak language-wise?
Depends on what you're talking about. Technically, they speak, I'd have to say abyssal. Technically, they're outsiders. About like mind flayers. They're not from this particular realm.
Okay, so I'm going to make a persuasion check. Speaking in abyssal, okay. So I'm going to use my use part of my archetype to be able to copy speech and cadence to be able to speak normally instead of just chopped mimicry while speaking abyssal. And make a persuasion that we're just in the wrong place. We're just trying to find our way out.
We were just looking for the bathroom.
Please, 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 please. Natural 20 plus
Ooh.
7 plus that's persuasion, that's plus 6.
So 26.
So, I'll run with it, but I'm going to tell you this now. It didn't matter. Do y'all remember why I told y'all came into this cave in the first place?
Fuck.
Not really, no.
It was to stop like cultists and stuff from destroying all the monsters. And we're monstrous races.
Oh shit!
We're monstrous races.
I said the wrong thing.
Either way. Continue.
He's on y'all's side.
He's on our side.
Oh. Speaking of abyssal. Hi there. How can we help?
He's laughing at you at this point because of the misunderstanding.
I'm sorry.
Mental.
I'm sorry. I just kind of freaked out for a second.
He just looks at you, and then one of his stalks looks down at the skeleton, and one of his stalks looks behind the bookshelf at you.
Guys, it's not gonna work.
Well, it is another monster.
Yeah, so
But
I don't want to jinx us, but I think we're okay.
well, since he knows where I'm at, I stop hiding and move out in front of his main eye.
I obviously just drop my magic invisibility because there's no use for it.
And I put myself back together.
I'll rattle the bones.
He hasn't spoken a word this entire time. He doesn't. He does, however, shoot you with a beam of light off of one of his stalks. When the light fades, you're wearing leather armor.
Hey.
Cool! A
So
clothes
mark that
beam.
down. Mark that down.
Write it down.
He's got a clothes beam!
Yeah, the clothes beam.
Clothes beam.
Behold the clothes beam.
Which is funny considering that it gives him armor, because as a skeleton you'd think he wouldn't really have much need to dodge.
Not if he still has to.
Normally a skeleton wouldn't be alive.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're a bunch of idiots.
Wait, I just
We're like
realized something.
professional idiots.
He's an undead skeleton, but he's a god touched.
I mean, that means he's been brought back from by a god.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed.
Thank God none of us is a paladin.
It depends on who the paladin's following, though.
But normal paladin would be
What is that
Losing it.
armor doing
'Cause-
my AC?
undead.
I'll let the armor.
11 plus your dex.
Yeah,
11
Yeah.
plus dex.
So-
it's dex
that's-
modifier. Yep.
That's because
That's how I have an AC of 19.
Plus your proficiency.
Yeah, plus your
I
proficiency.
have 17. Because
And
that's 11 plus
Which should be like 2
4
or
is
3.
15 plus my proficiency is
14 plus 3 then.
wait.
So 17.
So
Okay, it'll be 11.
Your dex had several other modifiers. For some damn reason.
oh yeah, because I had stuff that let me up the
Is for
count on it.
Because
it ups
you're
it
a
for like
bird.
specific things.
Yeah. It ups it from specific things, so I guess I don't think it'd really be counted with the AC.
No,
No,
that
it's
would not.
just under certain circumstances, you get a bonus to your AC.
Yeah, which is +1, but just going off my Dex mod, 11 plus Dex mod, and then if I
Proficiency.
add plus proficiency, so that's 18.
17, 18, thereabouts, yeah.
Yeah, so I've got it listed as 17, so without the bonus, it's 18, and then with the bonus in combat would be 19.
Okay.
So I need to fix that.
I'm assuming you're close to around the same area?
I'm at 19. No, AC. Because my dex is so high.
Yeah, so.
Actually, my dex is the highest it could be without magic items and stuff.
Yeah, because isn't yours 20?
Mine is
Maxed.
It's maxed. It's 20.
Nice.
Yeah, without magic items, it cannot go any higher. Even through like feats and stuff.
Alright. So, he gave you the armor. Then he turns around, facing away from y'all, and shoots 2 more beams at the doors, where they close and shapeshift. The doors go from stone slabs to black oak.
Okay.
And then he sinks back into the sigil.
Okay.
Does
Oh,
the sigil continue glowing?
No, the sigil fades away.
All right.
That was random.
Well, now.
Very, very appreciated.
So at some point we have
Well,
to.
now you look something more befitting of an adventurer.
At some point we have to find something to replace his pinky, though.
Oh yeah,
I
you're
don't need a pinky.
you're
I
not
just
a
thought
9
of
figures.
something. Do you even have weapons?
Technically, no, because he
No.
forgot.
So he literally has to be in the back as our caster.
And it's enchantments and illusions. Because
I thought you had a weapon.
he forgot to mark it
No,
down.
I forgot to write down everything.
Well, he has the weapon stats up there. He just hasn't actually. It's on his. He has it wrote down in his like gear.
Because I thought you had a... I gave you a magical dagger.
Again, he didn't
Well,
write.
I mean,
Basically, in his gears, in his like equipment, he didn't put anything in there.
I don't have mine in my equipment. I just have it in the attacks and spellcasting
No.
spot.
I have all my stuff in my equipment because technically that's your equipment. That's stuff you have.
And honestly, I kind of copied it all from your app. And I don't think that app had everything.
It should have had this. It might have been like a different tab, but it should have had stuff for equipment and stuff.
Oh no, I completely forgot to copy that part down.
Not good. So
I
he has
mean-
the stats for his weapons. He just doesn't have them written down.
Yeah, because
Like-
he's got the 3 of them all listed.
And also,
So.
that's a random thing. I'm wielding a longbow and I'm a small race that's about like 3 feet tall.
Wait, so
Okay.
your bow is bigger than you
Yeah.
are?
Okay, first off, the longbow... An actual longbow is generally bigger. Secondly, there's the size modifier thing that applies to weapons as well. A longbow for a small race is smaller than a longbow for a medium race.
Okay.
Hmm.
So it is an equivalent size.
Yes.
Okay, so
Granted, the understand that damage also scales with size modifier.
so technically my damage will be lower.
1 die lower.
So 1d6 instead of 1d8?
Yes.
Okay.
If you're small and using a small race longbow, then your longbow will deal 1d6 instead of 1d8.
And this has been Dingus's tutorial.
Yeah, remember to actually follow it next time.
How you feeling?
Brain aneurysm out of sheer stupidity.
As long as your rage ain't broke, then we're fine.
Anywho, so how about we go check out those new doors?
Yep.
Yeah, might as well.
So I start walking towards the doors.
Yep.
Well, I think we all do.
I'm assuming you all do.
Mm-hmm.
They won't open.
Do they have a lock on them?
When you press against them, there's a sigil appears that keeps changing.
Is it in
Might
any
I run
sort
an
of...
Arcana check? Ha!
Dice
That's
accuracy? 19 plus.
19.
That's enough. You recognize they're
Plus two.
numbers. It's counting
Yeah.
down.
If it's
Guys,
one of... Okay.
That's ticking down. We may want to back away from this door.
How much is on the countdown?
It's every time it ticks down, it's been about a minute, and right now it says 45.
Gotcha. So yeah, it's about 45 minutes.
So we're gonna be in here for a while.
Time to suit up, I guess.
I mean, you already got closed beamed, so...
Yes, I did.
Alright. I'm going to turn around and make a perception check just to see if anything else changed within the library that we didn't notice.
You can go ahead and make the check if you want, but I'm going to tell you that nothing changed. It was just the door.
Okay.
Well, while we got 45 minutes in here, can I peek through the... see if there's anything else left on the bookcases?
He wants to turn on the bookcases. Mom says
Yes.
it's my turn on the bookcases.
If you wanna,
Is this another one of those
If
where it'd be
you-
kind of useless?
really wanna.
We have time to kill.
You also have stuff to examine.
There's still the two bodies that we didn't examine. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to one of the bodies and start checking it out.
Then I'll check the other
Give
one.
me an investigation check.
Then I'll check the other body. So investigations.
Let me see.
That's a 5.
I got an 18 total.
No, I got a 5 total because I'm not good at investigating apparently. I'm better with finding animals, not people.
Really? Something to use my
Another
acrobatics
9, more
Wait.
19s.
with. Seriously?
2 of them. It's
Is
been
this
upped.
a different die?
No, it's the same damn die.
Start using a different die at this point. Unless you want to keep rolling 19s. Because that could be a good thing.
This thing's fucking loaded.
How
don't
generous
know
do you
how.
want to be?
I'm good.
2 19s. Dice, everybody.
RNG made real.
The gods are with us.
Get ready to write stuff.
Yes.
He doesn't want to give you back the paper.
We're going
Remember,
to assume
folks-
some of that is treasures.
Always try and bribe your GM so that way he doesn't take his rage out on you.
Otherwise, have fun. Just have fun.
Oh, please have fun.
That's
None of what you're doing makes any matter if you're not having fun with it.
This is true.
That is the true Rule 0 D&D. If you're not having fun, why are you playing? It's like what I tell my friends. It's like whenever they start complaining about games and stuff, it's like, and actually like legitimately complaining about them. And it's like,
why the hell do you play?
yeah.
It's like with people who always try to rules lawyer dungeon masters. And it's not that me trying to like hate on them specifically, but it's if you're more focused on the rules, you're not so much focused on having fun.
And that's always a problem. Alright, so you find 2 items.
I forgot about that.
One
I forgot that was a thing.
is another scroll. It was kind of tucked into a corner of the shelf. And it has a long, drawn-out instruction manual for a ritual.
Do I know what this ritual is?
Yeah, it's the one you've come to stop.
Oh.
Useful.
The other item, as you read the scroll, you realize is kind of important to stopping it. It's a golden medallion in the shape of a beholder. The problem is that each stalk is obviously missing its eye. The center eye is there, and it's filled with an opal, but the other 10 stalks, are all missing whatever gemstone should be there.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
I might have found something important here.
Okay. What did Atlas and I find on our bodies?
You didn't tell.
He got a 5. I got an 18.
Okay. You found shitty drawers.
Wait, shitty drawers or shit in drawers?
It's on a body. What do you think? Probably a little bit of both, really.
Yes, a little bit of both.
Quick way to tell if someone's dead.
Check the britches.
He's actually telling the truth there.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you smell shit, they're probably dead.
Or they're just really bad at bowel control.
That's
Or like they got scared so bad they passed out while pooping themselves.
I don't think they need to pull some of these guys, though.
Yeah.
Talk about getting scared shitless.
Says the guy who can't shit.
I'm done past that point.
And yet, what comes out of his mouth, though?
Yes. Yes, indeed.
So, what did 18 get me?
Yeah, nothing good here.
I need you to roll these for me.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Do you need the totals or
Individuals.
A 2 and a 3.
The heavy dice.
Okay, so on the copper-colored one, you got a 2. So you find a copper ring on a chain around his neck, inscribed with sigils you don't understand.
Good, check to see if one of us knows the language.
Alright.
And on the golden blue one, you got a 3. So you find an empty scabbard of gold and blue.
The sword's missing.
Yes.
Is it for a sword or a dagger?
Long sword.
Okay.
You have a scabbard for a sword that's not there.
Of gold and blue.
And
Doesn't that sound like a reference?
Great.
So I...
Whoops, you. That
We apologize for that. That was not supposed to be...
audible.
Yes.
By the way.
Either
God,
way,
I peeked.
I'm ready.
So-
I'm good to keep going.
yeah. So I go to regroup with them and present the ring. Tell them
Right quick. Kudos to anybody in the comments who can recognize that reference. Experience points to any of y'all three if y'all can recognize it.
I'm pretty sure. Hey, I'm pretty sure I recognize it.
The ring. I just understand that I generally miss a lot of references anyways, so
He's like, I'm not even gonna try here.
truthfully, I miss a lot of references anyways.
If you can make out any of the details on it.
It's like, I'm guessing maybe, but again,
Yeah.
I miss a lot of references.
well-
So
We'll talk about it off screen. But I go and present the ring to them to see if either of them know the. Actually, real quick, before I do, are you. It's none of those languages.
Yep, I know for a fact.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So I'm going to present it to the two of them and see if either of them can tell what's on it.
What languages do y'all speak?
Common, primordial, and thieves' camp.
because you're rogues.
That's the only one I don't have. I have common, or and thieves. Like primordial is the only one I don't speak in your list because I have common, or and thieves can't, orc, elvish, undercommon, celestial, and abyssal.
We're gonna be here a while.
I have Draconic and Dwarvish. It's my non-common language.
So no, you don't speak it either.
So
None of y'all know what it says.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought that was a wide list.
All right.
Wide list of options.
Yeah,
We know none of it.
That's very surprising. So it's one of the exotics that we don't speak because we cover all of the basic languages.
And then some.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all.
All right. So.
How much time how much time is ticked down from the door?
About 15 minutes.
So we still got time.
So I'm gonna go ahead and take the ring and the chain that it's on, and I'm not going to wear it because I don't want to wear the chain that was just around a dead guy. But I'm going to use
That's
the
just
chain to affix it to the underside of my armor so it's secure but not in obvious sight.
Alrighty. Give me a dex check.
Oh, I realize I need to
Because
go.
that's what use rope used to be on.
I
Wait,
realize.
would it be dex check or because of how I'm doing it sleight of hand?
Both.
Okay.
Dex
So
check to make sure you tie it on right, and
sleight of hand for it to be hidden.
Yeah.
Alright, so dex check first. 14 plus 4, so 18.
Yeah. So it's fairly secure.
And then sleight of hand. It's a 16 plus 10, 26.
No, ain't nobody seen that shit.
I realize.
Hey, you seen a copper ring? I ain't seen that shit, man. What the fuck you talking about?
I realize I still need to find the one arrow. The one arrow I shot. I completely forgot. I shot one arrow, and
How much you want to bet it's down that other hole?
I shot it at a guy. It didn't hit him. I'm not going to look down the other hole. You can look down there if you want.
I'm going to go ahead and reach over, grab Roman's head, and just pluck it off so he doesn't do anything stupid, and just set it so far from his body that he can't reform.
Is there a reason you did this? I had important things to tell y'all.
You can still talk.
Yeah, but I can't show you things.
What is that back on?
Thank you, kids. So, I got a shiny thing and it's an important thing for the thing we're trying to stop.
That ritual.
You know the things I'm talking about?
Yeah, ritual.
The ritual. You're being very vague about it.
It's all about the things.
The finer things, the little things, the important things.
I hoard things. I'm very well versed in things, but you have to be specific, dude.
Y'all seem to have gotten it pretty well.
It's a thing.
What is it
Ain't
specifically?
nothing but a thing.
What is it specifically? Come on.
So I've got the instructions here for that ritual.
All right.
And they speak heavily of this medallion, which seems to be missing some gems.
Specifically, the gems of the medallion are key components to the ritual. If you can return the jewels to the medallion, well, then no more ritual.
And by the way, does that look like a friend of ours?
May I see?
I lean in close.
I grabbed to take a look at it. Using.
Go easy, you'll take my head off again.
of course.
To do.
Gems.
I was trying to see if that would have anything. So I'm going to do an investigation check on it to see if, with my history of my expert forgery, if I can notice anything in the eye stalks for what the gems might have been.
There is no clue.
Okay. Never mind then. So I just let it go, let him keep holding on to it. I'm going to reach into my bag and pull out the magic tome, the one that won't open, and show it to the two of them. It won't open.
Is there any markings on it?
Nope.
I found a
There
couple.
were 3 of those.
Yeah, I found a
Yeah,
couple.
I have one, he's got two.
Yeah, I found a couple of those myself. They're in my bag currently. I feel that it might be something that we want to look at later. Well, maybe after we stop this whole thing.
Yeah. Stick it back in the bag.
You still got about 25 minutes.
But we do have time.
I also found a book of patches.
You found a book of patches.
Pull that out from the spot I squirreled it away in my bag and just open it, showing each page to them.
Do I know what that is?
Well, you recognize it as
You-
he's flipping through. You recognize the patches. And
You've
what-
got a book of patches. That is more useful than the damn robe it comes from. Is it?
Yes.
I closed the
There's
book.
100 pages, each with varying numbers of patches.
So
You've
is
got
there
a veritable armory in that damn book.
is there a certain spell needed to actually turn them back into the actual items?
The spell on the book that allows it to hold them in that makes it where you take it off, you throw it on the floor, it turns into what it is.
All right. So I'm gonna open the book up and just bit by bit, like page by page, go over it with the two of them and see if there's anything in the book that we could use at the moment that might be of use to us.
About 3/4 through, everything starts turning. There's a section of nothing but weapons. Before that, it's just odds and ends, different things. You have weapons, and then you have what can only be described as weird shit.
How weird.
What looks to be a cube, what looks to be a horse, what looks to be a fly, what looks to be a green lion.
These sound like magical items that we don't want to touch, especially in a rather confined area.
Yeah. Do any of the weapons appear to match the scabbard I found?
No.
Worth a shot.
You see any hand crossbows in there?
There's an entire page with a hand crossbow and several different types of bolts.
I pull the patches off the page and throw them on the floor over by him.
There's a hand crossbow and a veritable mine of different types of crossbow bolts.
Is there anything you would like or need?
As you look at them, you notice most
Not
of
really
them
needing
are
it.
glass bolts, similar to what the drow use. But as you pay attention and give me an Arcana check,
Don't fail him now.
20!
fuck yes!
Okay.
Okay.
This is
Each and every crossbow bolt, except for the truly mundane ones, has a stasis spell on it with another spell inside of it. You have several that contain a delayed fireball or or chromatic wall, various other spells. You have a multitude. You have a small arsenal.
You have an arsenal of magical bolts.
So I pick up the crossbow and with my mage hand, put away the bolts, and say, "This is gonna get fun."
Please tell me you're at least keeping some of those on hand so you don't have to dig them out of your bag.
That's what the mage hand's for.
Yeah.
He has a better mage hand.
Has
True.
Mage hand legerdemain. That's he can do with a mage hand what you can do with an actual hand.
Isn't that just mage hand in general?
No.
It
Mage
says
hand
mine
is
can
fairly
also-
limited.
Mine can
Oh,
also be
okay.
invisible.
His can be invisible. He can pick locks with the mage hand. he can do a lot of more stuff than just
I get you.
regular mage hand.
So
Basic mage hand is literally is like you can move, you can pick something up and
Well,
move it.
One thing make us better if
do
I had
you-
another one.
I inform you that there are more of the same thing except arrows.
I'll take some of those and just be rather careful as I put them.
Yes, like I said,
I have to put them away.
for yours, it's glass heads. You fire, they shatter. Spell release.
So I'll tear those out and drop those by him.
Magic spell arrows.
I looked through...
The fun ones are the delayed fireball because they don't realize what the fuck's about to happen.
I look through the book and see if there's anything of interest that might be of use to me in combat or anything.
You're using a short sword and a dagger.
At the moment, yeah. I opted to use my enchanted weapons.
Dual wield melee.
In reality, I can't see anything. But,
They're probably all mostly mundane.
yeah, mostly mundane. You found like the bolts and the arrows are kind of a unique situation because, well,
You can put spells on those things
Yeah.
easily.
yes.
Are there any throwing knives or anything in the book?
There's a bandolier.
Of throwing objects.
Alright,
There's also a vambrace. I like throwing needles. I'm sorry, I have to put that in there. I like throwing needles.
I'll go ahead and grab the two, pull those out. We'll go ahead and grab those.
I like throwing needles. They only deal 1 point of damage, but fuck, if you put the right poison on it, does that really fucking matter?
Yeah. So, plus, like, isn't it that you can pretty much throw a handful at a time?
No, you're only, a throwing needle is like this long, and it's weighted on one end.
I get you.
So you're actually it's just a big ass needle.
Yeah. All right. So I'll go ahead and get the. I'm gonna go ahead and get the vambrace and the bandolier, drop those out, and put those
The
on.
bandolier it's 3 throwing daggers here, 3 throwing daggers here, and a small stack of throwing stars inlaid into the buckle.
All right. So
Well, after we've gotten some of our loot.
Yeah.
I'm
You've
gonna
got 6 of each.
okay. So
6 throwing knives, 6 throwing stars.
So 6 and what's the damage on those?
Throwing knives 1d4. The throwing stars I think were 1d4 as well.
Do they get a modifier? Or are we just gonna say no?
No.
Alright,
No, because you're throwing.
I'm guessing one's technically piercing, one's slashing. That's probably the difference.
Yeah.
What, how many
Technically,
of the...
throwing daggers are piercing damage.
Yeah.
Unless you wield them melee. Which you can.
The, needles are in the vambrace, right?
Yep.
How many of those do I have?
6.
So 6 of everything.
And then those only do 1 point of damage?
Yep.
1 point of damage, but are easily modified. basically, with poison and such.
Yeah.
Should I do inventory of my bolts off screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just to take a...
So he's got a hand crossbow and a bunch of bolts. He's got a bunch of arrows. And then I've got 6 throwing daggers, 6 throwing stars, and 6 throwing needles.
Yes.
Alright. So at this point, I'll go ahead, close the book, and
Save it for later.
stash it back away in a hidden spot in my bag.
I say, well, after all this, I'm going to start...
Okay.
As I was going to start now searching... I'm going to search the room now specifically for gemstones. Maybe the correct size. No.
Give me an investigation check.
Can I assist him in it?
Then you give me an investigation check.
While we have some
I
time.
might as well already there.
Assist as well?
Yes.
Go ahead. Investigation check.
Because, yeah, we still got some time.
Can I re-roll mine to stopped on the pencil?
Yeah,
I got
your
it.
pencil stop.
I got a 12.
I got a
Total?
2.
Total?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have 0 investigation.
Let's do...
Because it's
minus
intelligence
2
modifier. I don't have an int mod.
Plus 9. Plus
I'm
3,
better with like
so,
nature and stuff.
So I got a 12 total.
So 12 total, and 2 total.
2.
So y'all don't find anything.
Okay.
And how much time's left on the tour so we can
About 15 minutes.
we stopped.
I'm going to, because I want to try and help Kiz, I'm going to make an investigation check on the room to see if I see his arrow anywhere.
Yeah, my one missing arrow that I shot at the guy.
19 total.
It is on the back wall, wedged between 2 stones in the wall.
I will go back, grab it.
Carefully.
Yeah, I'll grab it carefully, pull it out. And
No, you don't.
no.
When you go to tug it out, it starts tugging on the wall. Like the stones shift, tugging on the wall.
That was a hell of a shot.
I stop.
No, the thing
and-
is though,
Yeah, I stop and call the 2 of them over. I tell them what was going on. I'm going to make an investigation check on that area of the wall.
the one.
I would like to assist.
And my investigation rules have been shit. Maybe not that shit though.
Do you want to try?
Did you just nat one?
Nat one.
Okay.
He looked at it and went,
Hey,
pretty color.
chill out a second. You're spiking hard.
Jesus Christ.
I got an...
What was your total?
Mine was 11 total.
So, you got nothing. You somehow managed to turn your head around backwards.
Ooh. Talk about sending me for a loop.
Correct it.
Give me a nature check, John.
Okay, something I'm actually good at. I say that it's only +3. At least I'm proficient in it. And I got a 21.
Okay, so, false wall, there's nothing behind it, but somebody decided to put up stones anyway.
So it's just a false wall.
So there's nothing behind the false wall, but more...
But actual stone as opposed to worked stone.
Okay. Alright, so
Okay.
nothing bad. I grab my arrow and carefully pull it out not to get the stones fall on me. And I'm now back up to my regular amount of arrows, plus the magic spell arrows.
That'd make this the adventures of Bird Brain and Bonehead, wouldn't it?
How much time do we have left on the door?
We have
5 more minutes.
Alright.
Are the bodies skeletal by chance?
No.
Are they...
They were fairly fresh.
Want me to get your pinky back?
Yes.
Well, you can use that. It'll decay while it's on you, but you can use their body, their pinkies.
I'm gonna get my pinky back.
That's rather
I
gross.
decide to assist him. I go over and with my small
Skin
knife,
it.
I just flay.
Basically debone the finger.
I essentially debone the pinky, take the bones in my hand, and just.
A little over the top, but thank you, sir.
And you get your pinky back.
A little bloody, but...
Your pinky is pink.
That'll wear off.
I'd rather not have to keep smelling rotten flesh.
Ooh. Well, we are actually still wearing our masks.
True. Later down the line, I wouldn't want to smell rotten flesh after I've taken off the mask.
Yeah. Which, I just realized I'm thinking about it, and because I actually have a beak, I'm imagining it, that for mine, I actually fashioned it like a plague doctor mask.
So, y'all watch as the door swing open.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anything different?
On the other side. There's...
No.
Okay.
Alright, so we were just locked in there for an hour, give or take.
So I go...
Now that that's done, I'd like to point out to our viewers, these guys are idiots.
There was something we could have done to speed it up, I'm guessing.
No. Y'all had all the time in the world to investigate a leather scroll, an ominous book, and 3 spell books that wouldn't open.
And, I said that I wasn't investigating basically my stuff until afterwards.
I've
already pointed it out.
I pulled mine out and asked if people wanted to investigate the tomes, but they said no.
I said no. He didn't really say anything. Bonehead didn't say
I'm
anything.
fairly certain he probably forgot about the leather scroll.
Did you write it down?
Yo, I wrote it down. Partially. It's a leather, questionable leather scroll. I'm a little leery of that.
With the message branded into it instead
Yes.
of written on it.
Yeah.
Human leather. Monster leather, maybe.
Alright, so I'm going to creep my way out to here and peek around the corner to see if there's anybody who has moved to come over at the fire.
The people who were who were using that fire just ran off.
Okay. So I'll motion to them that it's clear.
Okay.
And I follow.
Yeah, I start moving out, shielding my eyes from the fire because bright light.
Alright, and I'll just try to move. So, assuming all of us get out to here.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and stay ahead of the other two. I'm going to use stealth to try and make sure I stay out of view while monitoring for anything. So do I need to make a stealth check?
No. Not at all.
Oh boy.
Fucking dice like y'all.
Oh.
I rolled 4 3s in a row.
Was it the same dice?
Yes.
I say use a different dice.
I'm trying to be fair. I've been using this one dice for this entire thing.
And
Trying to be fair.
Yeah, I can understand that. Alright, so I'm going to turn to them and ask if we want to head towards the other end of the cave.
Well,
Might as well.
we finished looking over here. I do hear running water, like over
Alright,
or further down.
So I start leading the way, keeping an eye out for any traps or anything towards the sound of running water.
There are no traps in this area. When you get to running water, you find a pool with a waterfall. Not like a heavy waterfall.
More like a trickling over like a bunch of rocks.
Yeah. You are able to see it fine, but within the water, there's something bioluminescent. Just this pale green glow down at the bottom, moving around. You can't tell if it's plant or animal, but it's movement down there.
So, me seeing that, I Can I take a rock and just reach over and drop it into the pond?
And it doesn't affect the lighting, so that tells you it's plant.
Yeah. Sorry, it's just a glowing plant. Nothing.
Well, ain't that just pretty?
Might I suggest nature check?
So,
Actually,
if I can tell the
um,
can I? Well, other than the lights, can I even tell if there are any other details other than the?
Well, yeah, not all. They're not like directly on the bottom. Some of them are down at the bottom. It's plants, so they do kind of grow up.
while he's doing that, can I pull out the nature book that I found earlier and skim through it to see if it mentions anything about glowing underwater plants?
You can, but that would be an intelligence check while you're searching the book.
Yeah.
Book gives you a bonus if it actually has anything in there.
Yeah, and I'm just going to do a nature check on the plants.
Yeah.
See if I know anything about them.
I couldn't do that. I'll tell you what that was.
Whew, 19 on
Yeah.
his. I got a 17.
Yes,
After.
so I got a 19 plus my intelligence modifier is a 22.
Okay, so the book tells you the same thing he knows. That these plants are bioluminescent and edible, but if you cook them, they become poisonous.
Eat these raw. Better raw. Don't cook them.
Yeah.
Useful though
No.
when cooked. Not for us. No, not.
If you cook them, the bioluminescence becomes brighter, but it does have a time limit.
And you said when you cook them, they become poisonous?
Yes, do not eat the shit.
Could I take it after cooking it and use it to coat, like, my knives or my needles?
Dry poison, not liquid.
Okay.
That's more.
Still wrap them around it, though, couldn't you?
It would still have to find a way in the body. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
No, this is
Thinking
something,
about it,
if you're wanting to do it like that, you crush it up and pour it into a drink.
It's a powdered poison, basically. Not a.
Want to
Well,
take?
doesn't that just sound just useful?
May as well take some. If I. It's within reach that I can just
Some of
grasp.
it is.
So I reach down.
It grows up on
Do I have
stalks. And
Does it? Do I have a small knife?
I do.
I don't have a small knife.
I do.
Surprisingly.
So,
do you have any packs?
I have an explorer's pack, but it doesn't have the knife in it.
How the frick does an explorer's pack not have a knife? You have a knife if you got an explorer's pack, because that just doesn't make sense.
That's what it was in the thing. It doesn't say I have.
I'm not arguing with you on that. I'm just saying that doesn't make any sense.
So he's saying you have a knife.
Okay, I have a small knife. I mean, I got my dagger, but I'd rather use that for.
While he is grabbing the plants, I quickly just pull out my armor to check and see how my little pet mouse is doing.
You have a little pet mouse, yeah. But I do collect some of the stalks of
Yeah. Well, if you cut off a section of stalk, it's going to give you like 6 leaves. And it's the leaves that are glowing, not the stalk itself.
Okay. So 6 leaves of the like light plants. I'm just gonna call them light plants.
Yeah. You can wrap them around a stick and use it as a steady light source, as opposed to the flickering of a torch.
Nice.
And like I said, it's dim enough that it doesn't hurt your eyes.
So I wouldn't impose disadvantage on myself.
Yeah.
Oh, you could put it on your bow for glow sights.
There's also a fairly decent target. It's like, hey, aim here. Like, aim here.
True.
I found it.
The tag? Oh, it's still out there.
No, I found it.
Oh.
Did you just put your foot on it?
Okay.
Did it go in your foot?
But it was enough to where you could tell. Ooh.
I found it.
Okay. So long as you're not injured.
Okay. And the cat hasn't eaten it.
That's
So,
good.
that's good.
Just thought I'd let you know. Sorry, folks. Independent situation.
So, how is little Bertram doing?
That's fine.
It's the. I'll give the story later. It's a reference to. Well, it's a short story.
It's a short story for a later date.
It's a short story for a
later time.
Yeah, later time, but it's stuff to do with stuff that happened with my dad.
Alright, so, you now have light leaves.
Yep. Then I dry them off a bit so it doesn't get my bag wet, and I store them away so it doesn't glow and reveal us. But so it looks like we do have the other side of the.
You have two options from right here. You have a tunnel going off to your right and a tunnel going forward. As you looking forward, you see the tunnel going forward eventually moves from rough stone to worked masonry.
Another room up ahead. What it looks like. Like up that way.
Which way do we want to go?
I feel we may want to save that for last. That seems kind of important
So
and scary.
So, do we all want to go off to the right then?
Well,
To start.
we may as well.
All right. So we're all moving off to the right. I will go ahead and I'll lead the way in. Do I need to make a stealth check to stay undetected as we move forward? We need to cut.
Oh, tiles.
Yeah. So we are cut for a moment.
Yeah.
Are my dice gonna be in the way right here, bud?
Yes.
We need a bigger room for this sort of stuff. But
We need a bigger table.
Which is kind of sad given the circumstances.
This is why me and Nick were at one point talking about custom making us a game table.
Dude, I was talking with Data about custom making one. Mine would fold out to be able to do be a game table and a usable table.
Yeah, the way he and I talked about it was we would make it wider towards one end, so easier to like have everybody set. And I think the way we talked about it was, well, I wanted to do it wider end towards the person leading it, and so like Bud would have the wider end, but that means everybody is kind of squished in towards the end. But it would also give more room for the DM to use for everything.
See, I was thinking like, a big play area with dice trays and cup holders.
Right. Is this extending out this way or a different room?
It's extending.
Okay.
Okay, so that black wall doesn't exist there.
No.
Things have done. What the hell am I doing? Right there.
Doobie doobie dooba doobie doobie dooba doobie doobie dooba.
I need to change my Tumblr password.
See, like, you were just saying Perry, but in my mind, all I'm hearing is the intermission song from the halfway point through Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Do you find it risible when I say the name Dickus?
Risible? Yeah, it's been a long time since I watched the
Life of Brian.
Life of Brian, yeah.
What's funny is all those soldiers were extras that were told that the only thing they were told was if they laughed, they would not get paid.
Damn.
Alright, so. As you step off to the right.
You go ahead and sit down so we can cut back in because up here and it's going to cut out us setting the board up.
And let me finish this real quick.
Oh, hold on, give you a second.
And time for plugs, too. With a quick intermission, setting all that up.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way. And
It's
then
a
we
thought.
Alright, so... And... Cut back in.
So, as you go to the right, you see you see a big hole off in the corner that looks visibly dug, like someone's been putting work into it.
I assume we're all about here.
Yeah, right there. And you see a small puddle dripping constantly, though for some reason not growing.
So it's got to drain somewhere.
It looks like someone was trying to find it.
I'm gonna go ahead and make an investigation check on the hole.
Go ahead.
16 plus 3, 19 total.
Alright. It's just a hole. Like I said, it's visibly been worked. Somebody dug this hole, but it's just a hole.
For all I knew, there was something special about it.
Can I see a leaf of that bioluminescent stuff? I want to drop a leaf down the hole, see what we can see.
You see what you can see?
Do all of us have the dark vision?
I don't know, do you?
I do.
I do.
I don't remember if I do.
I don't think King Cootie. So technically, you've been walking around blind this entire time.
Because, I mean, I technically don't actually see. I just, like, it's there in my mind.
You observe. It should be under features and traits. If it's not there, then
My thing is, it may have been in there, and I just didn't think to put it down.
I don't think Kinko have dark vision. Is the thing.
He grants it a boost, builder, and
That's a no.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Okay, so
So you're the one
you're
that,
presently running off the light of a very distant campfire and some glowing leaves in a pond, which technically would magnify the light some.
Mhm.
So you're not completely blind, but you're not seeing any detail.
it's a dim light as opposed to.
So I will turn
Something.
to, with the knowledge of this, I'm going to turn to Kiz and ask for
A leaf as well?
ask for a leaf. I'm gonna look see. You know what? For the moment, I will. So I'll ask for a leaf. From Kiz, and I want to take it and either stick it onto or wrap it around one of the needles in my vambrace to use as a light.
Wrist light. But sorry. So I hand him one and I hand.
Okay. So you have a light on your wrist and you're holding and you're dropping a leaf down the hole.
Yeah, just to see what it lights up.
The hole goes about, I'm going to say about 45 meters. Which means y'all don't see the bottom of it even with the light. And, well, it's a leaf, which means it's not going to make a lot of racket on the way down.
Don't fall.
How far out does the light off my vambrace extend?
Not very. You can see the squares around you, and the squares around you have dim light.
So pretty much, I've got good light in the square I'm in, and in a 5-foot square around me, dim light enough to see. All right.
And we've been letting you lead this entire time.
Talk about the blind leading the blind.
Except I'm not blind.
Neither am I.
Are there any in the puddle?
No. It's a puddle.
Not deep enough to grow the plants.
Would I have been able to reach more of them than Kiz was able to?
I mean, I am
In the pond.
I am short, small. He's medium, so
Yeah, but you grabbed what was at the top. And there weren't a whole lot growing up that tall.
You would have to go into the water, which would make a lot of noise and also make us damp.
True. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and motion for Kiz to take the lead as the one with dark vision.
Technically, both of them are seeing in the dark.
Well, I'm going to motion for one of them to take the lead.
I'll head forward. And
Bonehead can take up the rear.
Of course.
I mean, you're the other ranged fighter.
You're the
ranged
other
person.
Yeah, you're the other ranged person. So we run into conflict. He fires as soon as he fires an arrow. I can dash past him into combat. Plus, there's also the fact that it's fade away is on a reaction. So wouldn't once as a reaction to hearing him fire and realizing that we might be in combat, fade away and go past him while invisible.
We'll move through square. I'm also small, so technically I'm staying inside your square. Technically, if I remember correctly, as a small race.
I just thought of something, and this.
You could ride on his shoulders.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, someone did that. It's like they had a gnome in a bag.
Is it feasible for me to have him just perched on my shoulder?
That would take repeated dexterity checks from him to balance on your shoulders, and it would take a strength check from you to make sure you could carry his weight continuously.
If you were like a Goliath or something, that would be much easier.
I mean, I'm willing to try it if you want to.
Nah, I'd rather be able to dodge myself.
No problem, Bob.
But I started. Well, I'll have my passive perception up, and I started leading us further down towards.
Because this is a dead end, isn't it?
That's a dead end with a spider nest.
Okay.
And I probably don't want to disrupt that.
Yeah. So we're gonna head towards this.
Head
way?
the other way, away from the spiders.
Yeah.
Keeping him close. Like you can see. So.
Yeah, I'm making sure to stay close enough to you that my light is illuminating you.
Yeah.
So as you get there, the tunnel branches again, going left, the same direction as the forward earlier, and right.
Another fork. One looks like it heads back towards.
Well, we didn't see anything connecting to the path we were in earlier, so it might. So chances are it's not going to lead to the path we took on our way in, and we won't wind up back past the entrance. And it might hold something of use for what we need going forward.
So, any thoughts on this, Bonehead?
I mean, we only knew one entrance, didn't we?
Yeah.
That's where we came in. So,
Wouldn't hurt to see what's down the other way.
alright.
Worst case scenario, we got another escape route.
Mm.
So, I started leading us down on our right, the right fork, the one that heads south. I'm guessing north, heads south.
As y'all move along, y'all come to a room that gives you what can only be described as a dissonant vibe. It's a safe room, but not for monsters.
Oh.
So we need to not be in here.
Or too much.
As you look around, you see the puddle, or it's a reflectory pond, is what it is.
Okay.
It's a reflectory pool. It's very, very shallow. The water is perfectly clean. Also very, very magical, if evidenced by the soft white light surrounding it. And the statue on the other side, which is guarding a sarcophagus.
Can I make a religion check?
You can?
So 18 plus 5 with proficiency, so plus another 3.
What? It's... You should... Okay, wait.
No, it'd be plus 5 is including your proficiency.
Yeah, my bad.
So 18 plus 5, so that's 23.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see several sigils, both on the statue and the sarcophagus, that resemble major human deities, but are off just enough for you to question it. Like someone's deliberately twisting the versions of the gods.
And none of it happens to remind me of my own, or whichever one brought me back?
No.
Or do I even have knowledge of that?
Yeah, you do, but no.
Something seems a little off about this place, guys. Not so much the we're not exactly human way either.
It definitely feels weird here.
Yeah. Well, we came to see what's up. It doesn't... honestly, I don't think we need to stay here too long. I think we might want to go either head back towards the worked stone area by the pond or check out the other end of the fork.
There might be something in that sarcophagus up there, though.
That may be true.
Gonna make an Arcana check on the water.
That's obviously... It's glowing, so it's probably...
Never mind. It doesn't matter.
We could
Nat
do the
one.
pinky test again.
No, it wasn't a nat
This was
1.
new.
It was not that bad, but it was very, very close.
So it wasn't a... So... No, it's a 2. Plus modifier.
So he looks at it and says, it's good.
Still not good.
Still slightly hesitant. I reach over and grab his new pinky and throw it.
His new one!
Why the new one?
I could get you another.
If it doesn't... We could just grab this one if it doesn't, like, disintegrate.
Which it does.
I just got that thing.
Would you like to give a check?
What kind of check would it be?
Arcana or religion? Go ahead.
Neither I'm good at, so let's just do Arcana. It's a 9. No. That's a 6, actually. I think that's the 6.
Let me see.
The one. I think the one with the dots is the 6.
Here. Let me see real quick. So.
Just look.
Yeah. No,
This dice is getting locked away.
Yeah, that's a 6. So
This
6.
dice is getting locked away.
Why?
I'm tired of this shit.
To the 19.
No, that was a 1.
Oh. I was getting ready to make a religion check on the statue.
Go ahead.
So what happened with my thing? So.
Well,
Nothing's ringing a bell, is it?
what was that?
Duh, me no.
What was it?
That one.
Yeah, how bad are we fucked?
Oh, not 1. Okay, so you're fairly certain the water's fine, even though it dissolves his pinky, and you're looking at the statue like she's pretty. I think I recognize that.
Can I grab the kinku? Can you grab the kinku? Can we grab the kinku?
What are you doing? You're fairly certain everything's fine, even though the skeleton gets dissolved.
Well, I'm attracted to shiny things, so...
Quick, grab the kinku.
I latch onto the Ginku, try to stop him.
And I'm assisting their latching on to the other side.
Strength check.
Strength checks. That is
That's a
That is
14 on me.
16
Strength check.
to try and break free.
Okay, you're assisting him, which means you get a +2 to that.
Okay, so 18.
18 total. You
18
have
total.
to beat an 18.
To throw yourself at the statue. You've rolled it into
Hey.
your dice.
Roll it free.
Damn it!
Nat 20.
Okay, so you splash through the water and jump over the sarcophagus and just kind of start hugging the statue.
How bad am I?
Oh, you're perfectly fine.
What?
Maybe it's because
I'm not undead?
you're not
That's
dead.
a holy pool, isn't it?
Probably.
Do I get any benefits from the pool?
No,
So,
you're kind of wet. That's about it.
So
I-
you keep watch. I'll join him.
I gotcha.
So I'm currently over here, all up inside the statue.
I make my way over to the sarcophagus through the water. Does it affect me?
It does not.
So I'm
Okay.
standing.
Or, correction, your scales are clean now.
I could use that grime to help, but oh well. Probably would have got washed up by wading through the pond, anyways.
Okay, real quick, I would just like to complain about the fact how much my dice are just like, yeah, you need. They were totally fine earlier. We can all agree that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when you have
I
the
want a good
prospect
roll.
of killing yourself.
No, I want a good roll. Net 2 or net 1. I'm like, he told me I had to beat his 18. Nat 1, nat 1, nat 1, nat 1, nat 1. 20.
Complete opposite. Maybe just hope for the opposite outcome. And then that outcome would actually probably happen. So,
Yeah.
that, Ruben, we apparently hope you die.
but
I turn around while still hugging the statue. Good, then I can be with her.
Oh, dear God.
I don't even know who that is. I wasn't much of a religious person.
I lift my arm up to take a look at her face, and I'm gonna go ahead and make another religion check. See if I'm closer with better detail, I could actually recognize anything.
Because you have your light on your arm.
Not at all.
A 10 total.
I mean, better than a nat 1. Or
Still,
2.
no.
Still
No. Whatever this group is, and with what they're doing, as you can see, they've twisted the symbols of the deities somehow. They're just ever so slightly off.
Based on what he
That
just told us.
includes the statue. You can't tell what it was supposed to be because it's just ever so slightly off.
So,
Creating a dissonant sense of safety and wrongness at the same time in this room.
So, I would double check. So, while I'm at the sarcophagus, I'm going to use one of my spell slots. My second level spell slot is for Find Trap. While specifically investigating the sarcophagus.
Do you need to make any rolls with that?
What she is written down, no. But I don't know specifically the spell. Like, I'd have to look it up.
That's a quick cut, because I can pull it up.
Yeah. So, cut. So
Just
just,
don't
Should
worry
we
about
set
it.
you up a spell book for
Don't
you
worry
two?
about it. There's no trap.
there's no, okay, so it doesn't matter. No
Okay.
traps.
So,
So I just used a spell slot for nothing, but
Well, using the spell.
No.
Look, chances are, if you hadn't, I'd put a trap on it.
yeah. So after I remembered that it's like, because I didn't write down my spells last time, right? So
Yeah.
we're back in.
So,
So no traps. So
because we kept back in, so you needed to mention that.
yeah. So yeah.
alright. So, you investigate the sarcophagus. You cast a spell. You don't find any traps on it.
All right. So
Like I said, it is emanating even more than the pool or the statue, that dissonant sense of safety and wrongness. But
it's not a trap, at
Yeah.
least that I can tell.
Yeah.
By magical means, so probably not a trap. I slowly open it up enough to where I can see inside.
there's a corpse. wearing solid platinum armor.
Out of the corner of my eye, I notice the shiny bits.
Do you?
And
I can
You
see in the
didn't
dark.
roll for that.
And also, I can see in the dark. So, I can tell it's metal.
I get a 10. Well, okay, so I hear him. Do I hear him opening up the
Oh
sarcophagus?
yeah,
Quite obviously.
that's not
It's
an
a-
issue.
It's a stone.
So,
sarcophagus. It's
I hop off the statue over to him to help him open it and look for shinies.
Shiny. There's a corpse wearing platinum armor, wielding a platinum greatsword.
This is all heavy. Can you even carry this amount of metal?
Do I sense the bird freaking out?
Probably not. He hasn't made a noise yet.
Can you even carry this amount of metal?
You heard that question though.
I
What did
reach
you
down to
find?
pick up the greatsword.
Thank you. Thank you. There are gods. There are gods.
Look, I'm sorry. I was going to not, but
Character.
the character. I literally cannot help picking up shinies.
What did you find?
Your wrist is suddenly gripped by a platinum gauntlet.
Let go, let go, let go, let go, let go, let go, let go!
And
You hear him freaking out now.
I try to
okay over there?
I try helping him get out of the grip of the.
No. That grip is tightening on your wrist. And pulling, as in the headless body's getting up. And it's using you as leverage to get up.
What are the odds that it can't make it across the pool?
If it was on this side, maybe it was used to cordon it off, but I don't know.
Can I use sleight
The
of...
moment it's standing, it lets go of you.
Oh.
I'm going to make...
humiliating.
Okay, in my freaking out, I'm going to make an acrobatics check to jump over the pool over to by him.
Just basically like a cat, just wing.
Well, I'm very lightweight, and so
I mean, you are a bird, so
Yeah,
you
so-
have collarbones.
yeah, so I should be able to, in all honesty, hop and essentially glide over. So acrobatics
Right
check.
here.
I mean, you have no wings, but nat 20.
I mean, my arms are wings. They're
They're feathered like wings.
Yeah,
they
they're-
could be used to give him a little bit of glide.
yeah.
Not that that's necessary. He rolled it at 20.
Yeah.
That fucker backflipped 6 times.
It's like
It was like they let go. Like I'm constantly pulling and pulling
As
and
soon as he
pulling.
let go.
As soon as he lets go, I'm pulling so hard. And then just acrobatics.
He Power Rangers all the way back.
I see you found a friend.
and left me here with him.
I'm
The
sorry.
moment he lets go of him, he goes back, still standing, goes back into position, holding the greatsword.
Guarding something, are you?
I peek around him, looking the empty, well, where he was. See if it's empty or there's anything there.
Nothing there.
I holler at him. Or I holler at Kiz. Use the water. Kill it.
I look at it, see if is there any like body in it.
There's a skeleton inside inside the armor. You can climb up. It lets you climb all over it. Look down. You can see a skeleton, just no head.
No. These are rather friendly.
My brother!
Headless brother, I guess.
Where's he?
Hold-
Wait a
Or
minute.
cousin.
Wait a minute.
I just
Is
had
that
an
a
idea.
class swap?
No. Hold on. Hold on. I walk up to Bonehead, pull his head off.
I'm telling you right now, if you fail this and I dissolve and die, I'm haunting your ass.
Well, hold on.
Let's try something. Let's try
and-
something out first. Can we try with? Well, we don't know if it has to be directly in the water or just in that area. Let's just try with something other part of his body.
Okay.
Take his other pinky.
Okay, so first I pull off
Hey,
his
better
head.
than not having
I
thumbs.
pull off his head to cause him to disassemble.
Well,
I grab another
Damn
bone.
it.
I just reach in and grab what I assume is another pinky bone.
Give me a just straight up intelligence check.
maybe a little bigger than a pinky, but
16 plus 3, 19.
Okay, so you know enough not to grab a femur.
Yay.
so
Better be able to walk after this.
So I grab what I assume is a hand pinky. And
pinky toe.
pinky toe.
But
Or,
finger.
Yeah,
Actual
finger pinky.
finger.
Yeah, so an actual pinky finger.
There's
I
3 bones in that.
set him off to his head off to the side and go to walk back into the water to see if just holding it while going through the water affects it.
No. He's fine.
Okay, I go back over. I drop it back into the pile of bones. I grab his head and then walk back over holding it like this.
I am terrified of what's about to happen in my own head.
You're perfectly fine.
So, I'm still on.
Well,
I'm guessing climbing up on his body.
now.
And so I get
Reaching
back
down.
over to the sarcophagus.
All
Here,
right.
let's try this.
Reach down, grab it. So, enjoy. Anything happen?
I don't know.
Is there?
I'm going to try and move my pinky.
So, you have a platinum clad body now.
Cool! What is all this?
Looks to be.
It's a very dead paladin.
So you've turned into a paladin.
Wait, shit, I just realized something. Are we going to be able to get him back across the water?
I'm certain that the boots are somewhat water resistant.
Look, I tell you what. I'm going to take off all this stuff and toss it to the other side of the pool. And then you can, like, carry all of me back over.
Well,
Are you really going to go about it?
hold on.
Okay.
Here.
Stick your pinky into the water. See if the glove keeps you from dissolving.
And
Go ahead and do it.
Okay. The closer your hand gets to the water, the more the water spreads away.
Oh.
So you were actually perfectly fine.
Let's part the waters.
I'm going to make an Arcana check on the platinum armor.
Are you looking to sell it later?
No, I'm looking to see if it's enchanted. Nope. 15 total.
Okay. You can't really tell one of them. This is not your area of expertise. The one person whose area of expertise is
Wearing.
isn't trying.
I mean, he's probably too busy. He's like, hey, I gotta.
It's a bit of a head rush.
Yeah, you have to understand, he's like 2 feet taller now. And clad in platinum.
Well, and I thought I was already short enough. I realize I'm still probably just riding on like his shoulder or
Yes,
something.
you are.
Does he need to make a dex check?
Not with shoulders this broad.
He's.
This was a Goliath paladin.
Oh. It's going to be so much harder to sneak around now.
Oh yeah, that's
I
not
also
happening anymore.
I also realized giant body, tiny head.
Oh. And on that note,
Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us tonight.
You definitely look out of place, Bonehead. That's for sure.
Feel it.
We thank you for joining us tonight. Pertinent disclaimers and yada yada blah blah blah. Y'all know the spiel.
Important links down below.
Yeah, those. I can never remember those words. I'm sorry.
Important links down below. 4 words.
I like my saying better. Yada yada blah blah blah.
all right, well,
They're not in his vocabulary.
well, thank you guys for joining us, and we will catch you next time. Bye.
Later,
Later,
everyone.
folks.
Bye.